Have you used Playwright with the Power Platform? Have you ever tried doing it in a DevOps pipeline? Imagine if we could run Playwright in an Azure DevOps pipeline against the Power Platform and get the results delivered back to us. Well, in my last video, I created an extension, an Azure DevOps extension, which you can install, which allowed you to do this. However, I've now taken it one step further. I've created an advanced task within it as well. And what that advanced task allows you to do is it allows you to assign various things to that user. For instance, a security role, which will then be removed at the end of the test. It allows you to assign a business unit and a team, which is really powerful because it now means you can use a single test user account and change its role between all your tests, which means you can set the tests away in a pipeline and you can then get along and drink a good cup of coffee. Today, I'm going to show you how it works. I'm Tech Tweedy. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm just sharing my screen here and I appear to become unsigned in. So I'm just going to sign back in there. Brilliant, fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop into one of my environments and I'm just going to have a look at my Playwright user. Now, if you haven't seen my last video, take a look at that. And we can see currently it's assigned to business unit test. And we see what security role it's got. So it currently does not have a security role. That's really cool. That's really handy. That's exactly what we need right now. If we click into the user, we can see it's in a business unit of test, current team of test. Okay, so what we're going to see if we can do is we can see if we can move that across. And we're going to see if we can stick it in this team and this business unit, and we can stick it in and we're going to see if we can stick it in the system administrator role, run some tests, and then come back out. So if we pop across the Playwright, what we have here is we have my script for my last demonstration. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put a new task in. And we're going to press on this Playwright for Power Platform Advanced task. Now this task has a few extra options. Let me just get rid of that. So we're going to set a lot of these modes to be the same. So we're going to use Chrome as our web browser. Our test location is going to be the same as last time. We're going to put trace mode on and our output location. Just going to grab that. Oh, already set to that. Let's pop in our app URL. And our application name. Our username. And our password. We also need to grab our tenant ID for this one. Let me just jump across into Entra. Oh, I'm fairly sure that's my tenant. There's my tenant ID. Awesome. Put that in there. I need my Dynamics URL, which is this. Now I need a client ID and client secret. What do I need this for? So this is used to assign permissions to the user and to remove them. So when we're talking about a team, business unit, and user role, this client ID and secret are used for that. So let me go ahead and create that for you now. So if I come across the app registrations, let's just call it Playwright. Playwright demo. What's the day today? It's the 14th of July, 250714. That's just so I remember to delete it, otherwise my environment gets full of all kinds of junk. Grab a secret. And yes, the secret's only going to be available for a day. So by the time this video releases, it won't work anymore. Obviously, if it's your environment, you give it a more sensible name than that. But to me today, I'm just popping it in like that. In fact, I really should hold it as a variable. So let me hold that as a variable and stop cutting corners, because it gets you into bad habits. So I'm going to put this in here, put my value in, keep it secret, and I'm going to copy this out. Now, what's the user role I want to go for? System administrator, the team, let's stick it in this one. Okay, now make sure we click into an empty space. So I'm going to click up here, actually, just before this happens. Click on add, and we'll cut that. In fact, I'm committed to a repo anyway, so I'll be able to get back to it later. We want to save and validate. Fantastic. Let's give that a run. And let's watch and see what happens. So as in my last video, the first thing the pipeline is going to do is check out the repo, and now it's going ahead and running the script. Now what we can do is we can check to see our user, oh, wrong one, see where our user is. We should see that change in a minute. Oh, it's failed. Ah, it's failed because I was unable to access. I forgot a step. What I need to do is I need to give this access to this environment. Come in here and I need to go to settings, and then I need to come in here and go to application users and add a new app user. It's called Play on add business unit and security role. Now this is going to be assigning and unassigning various things. So click on system administrator, hit save, hit continue. Let's just go and run that again. Just run that again. And let's see if it works this time. This is the job we're watching for. So we should see this user change from test to be in a different business unit and team. Okay. So you can see it's updated the user's business unit. Let's give that a refresh. We can see that's changed. Click into the user. You can see it's also in that team now. And should we check to see what roles this user has? It's currently assigned the system administrator role. So what that means is in a pipeline, we can assign those three things and then we can remove the role. Unfortunately, we can't remove the business unit or the team because a user must be in one, but we can move them in the next test to a new one should we need to. While this is running away, I'll show you how you can get hold of this connector. So if you come to mytora.io, this is the website where I keep all of my free connectors that you can access and download. So they are largely Power Automate or Azure DevOps connectors. So things in Power Automate that will connect off and help do things for you that are slightly more difficult, or things in pipelines that just helps you be more efficient in a Azure pipeline, Azure DevOps pipeline. Let's have a look at Playwright for Power Platform DevOps extension. Click onto it, you've got my first video, deployment guide, getting started, prerequisites, and so on. Also linked here is my first blog post on this particular extension, and you come into here, you can see sample Playwright code snippet for running a particular test, which of course I can go into more detail later. And we've got Playwright for Power Platform DevOps extension. We click onto that, we can see our DevOps extension, which anyone can download and install into their environment. Very excited to see 6 people have. Be great to see some more people install it. Following on through here, it's fully open source, so you can have a poke around the source code and see what actually makes it up. And let's go back to our pipeline to see how it's coming along. Oh, we can see that it's finished that particular job. And if we scroll down, we can see that one of the things it did was it removed this security role. We can check on that. If we come and have a look at our user, manage security roles, you can see it's no longer a system administrator. If we click back here, it's committing the job to the repos. We should be able to see our tests now. So if we click on tests, we can see that 2 tests passed. That's absolutely fantastic. So that was a very short demo showing you around my new task for my Playwright for Power Platform DevOps extension. Please download, install it, tell me what you think, comment below. Really keen to find out what people are doing with this and to see if I can help them in any way. Until next time, please like, share and subscribe, and stay safe.